Good evening. Welcome to the show. At last, after all these weeks, finally, a Belmont day where the fans could enjoy the most beautiful park in the entire metropolitan area, Belmont Park. The kids enjoyed the activities we have planned for them, and the fans got to see a good day of racing and actually enjoy themselves and outdoors. It was great. Let's look at the first right after this. These are fillies in mass 4 and up, claiming tags 18 down to 16. Lukewarm favorite here, the number 2, Birthday with Mike Smith.
And they're off. Huckster Rose gets out first from her outside post. Right on Key is flashing early speed. A Wild Favor is up close early. Then it's Blind Truth, followed by Gate Home on the outside. Every Bit of Lady on the rail, and Birthday is coming on through between horses. The trailer is now Georgia Anna as the field moves up the backstretch. Huckster Rose short lead, Right on Key matching strides with her on the inside. A Wild Favor is in between those two through a quarter in 23 and 1/5 seconds. At the inside, it's Every Bit of Lady now who comes on through to be fourth. Blind Truth is with the pacemakers. A break of 5. Birthday is back running 6 now. Birthday's about 8 or 9 lengths from the lead. Then Georgia Anna and Gate Home. 5 furlongs out. Right on Key, surrounded by challengers. On the inside, Every Bit of Lady comes on through now to challenge for the lead. A 46 1/2 mile. Right on, Every Bit of Lady has been riding the rails the whole way and gets on even terms with Right on Key. Huckster Rose trying to stay with the pacemakers on the outside third. A Wild Favor is fourth. Blind Truth right up there, but in behind horses fifth. Georgia Anna's in with a chance, but she'll need running room. Birthday is still 5 lengths away from the front runners. Gate Home will be forced to come 5 wide into the stretch, and the field turns for home. Every Bit of Lady, Blind Truth, and Right on Key together at the top of the stretch. Georgia Anna's just in behind them, and Birthday swings into action, but she's still got a lot to do, and Blind Truth sweeps to the lead at the top of the stretch. Blind Truth in front, Georgia Anna coming hard. Blind Truth, Georgia Anna bearing down on her. Every Bit of Lady third, Right on Key fourth at the 16th pole. On the outside, here's Georgia Anna surging to win. Georgia Anna by a head.
Well, we have the track listed as fast, but there's definitely moisture on it. And Georgia Anna, who came from dead last when Robbie came back, you could see. Still moisture, and this is one thing this mare likes. And she gets it today. The Burgundy stable called Domino and Robbie Davis. 12, 880, 570. Blind Truth with Cornelio Velasquez, 13 760. Every Bit of Lady, 630. The 3-4, $171. On to the second. They're going a mile. These are maiden 3-year-old fillies, claiming tags 50 down to 40. The favorite entry is Darn Tip Alarm with Santos and Ali Sham with Bailey.
And they're off. Off to an awkward beginning, wheeling at the start, Dipstick, and when Dipstick wheeled, it took Smooth Transition with him. Those two, after totally disastrous beginnings, are far behind the field, and bar none springs to the front, makes the lead and makes it easily, gliding away by 5. Street Con running second, and Darn Tip Alarm is third, and then it's Ali Sham on the outside fourth, followed by Osei Kid. Then a break of 7 lengths back to Dipstick and Smooth Transition, both eliminated at the beginning. Bar None clicks off a quarter in 22 3/5 seconds and rolls to an 8-length lead as the field moves into the far turn. Osei Kid second, trying to cut into the lead now. And then it's Street Con on the outside third, Darn Tip Alarm, followed by Ali Sham. 5 lengths back to Dipstick and Smooth Transition. A 45 2/2 mile for Bar None, and they're whittling away at the lead. It's down to 2.5 lengths now. Osei Kid making a strong move with 3 furlongs to go. Street Con drawing within striking range on the outside. Then stablemates Ali Sham and Darn Tip Alarm. It's 4 lengths back to Dipstick. As they hit the quarter pole, Osei Kid rolls on by Bar None. Bar None, nothing left for the stretch. And Osei Kid comes to the 8th pole with a 3.5 length lead. Ali Sham is second, Bar None a weakened third. Down to the final 16. Osei Kid is home. Then farther back, Ali Sham, and they're coming onto the line. Osei Kid 3.5 lengths clear. Alley.
Only 4 betting interests once they left the gate, and Dipstick and Smooth Transition decided to go their own way. Osei Kid, another horse that does appreciate moisture in the track, wins it. The Dorsal Stable, Vincent Bigliotti, John Bradley, Eddie Maple. Osei Kid, 1120, 390, 240. Second, the 1A Alley Sham, 270, 210. Third, Bar None, 230. The Exacta 5-1 is 27.80. The Double 3-5, 95.50. Quinella 1-5-5-1, $11. Here's the third. They're going 1 mile and 3/8. These are maidens 3 and up. There are a couple of 2-to-1s. They are Do the Bucket and Tiger Rag.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Tiger Rag going out for the lead. And down toward the inside, Easy Edges there. Pintown Boy in between horses, and then toward the outside, it's Racing Rudy. Moving round the first turn, Pintown Boy assumes a short lead. Tiger Rag on the outside, and Easy Edge tucked away and secures a position at the rail just inside of Pintown Boy. Harmony is keyed up and runs in hand fourth and behind the front runners. Racing Rudy settles down, conserved in fifth. 2.5 lengths back to Do the Bucket, and Yolanda's Pet is allowed to trail the field in the early going. The first quarter was an ordinary 25 seconds flat, and they're into the backstretch. Pintown Boy by a measured length. Tiger Rag offering mild pressure. Just in behind Easy Edge, and Easy Edge has room to move through to take the lead if he chooses to do so. Then farther back, it's Racing Rudy moving on the outside as Do the Bucket now. In behind that group, Harmony in hand and only about 4 lengths from the front. Then a break of another 5 or 6 back to Yolanda's Pet. Jorge Chavez would like him closer. The opening half mile went in 50 1/5 seconds. The tepid pace continues with 5 furlongs to go. Pintown Boy, and now Easy Edge goes on through. It's Easy Edge and Tiger Rag on the outside. Racing Rooney. They're all surrounding Pintown Boy. Do the Bucket within striking range, and then farther back it's Harmony, and well behind is Yolanda's Pet. Moving midway round the far turn. On the inside, Easy Edge, Pintown Boy in between horses. On the outside, Tiger Rag. It's 3 lengths back to Racing Rudy. Do the Bucket now putting in his bid. Then it's Yolanda's Pet who begins to pick it up. Harmony's now last. At the quarter pole, Easy Edge is under the whip. Pintown Boy is under the whip too, and Tiger Rag is matching strides with them. Straightening away into the stretch. Tiger Rag on the outside. In between horses, Pintown Boy doing his best. Easy Edge, nothing left for the last furlong. Yolanda's Pet is closing, still a lot to do. 5 lengths behind Tiger Rag. Tiger Rag by a neck. Pintown Boy battling on well, but it's going to be Tiger Rag to prevail. 3/4 of a length, Pintown Boy.
Robbie kept looking back as if he had the 3 Pintown Boy measured any step he wanted. Well, when he asked, Pintown Boy showed a lot of courage, but he was right. Tiger Rag had enough. The Dogwood Stable, Frank Alexander, was going quite well, and Robbie, another one for him, 6:10, 4:3:30. Pinton Boy, 10:45:50. Yolanda's Pet for Mr. Veach, 4:40 to show. The 6-3 Exacta, $68. On to the fourth. They're going 1 mile and 1/16. These are 3-year-olds, claiming tag 65 down to 60. No heavy choice here. Recycle code, Love to Gamble.
And they're off. There goes Recycled Code. Love to Gamble broke early, so did Wealth Without Risk. It's a break of 3 to the other 3. Glade, Surround Sound, and Manact. Moving down the backstretch, and it's a very eager Recycled Code out for the lead. Robbie Davis trying to settle him down on the lead, but Recycled Code nonetheless strides away by 3. Love to Gamble moves inside second, and Wealth Without Risk is rating just off the lead in third. A break of 6 on the outside. Surround Sound with Glade to his inside. Another 3 to Manact, who is the early trailer. Well behind Recycled Code, who got an opening quarter here in 23 2/5 seconds. It's Recycled Code by 3, heading for the far turn. Love to Gamble running second. The half went in 46 seconds flat. Wealth Without Risk within striking range third by 5. Surround Sound is advancing now fourth, followed by Glade and Manact. Around the far turn, it's still Recycled Code breezing along on a clear lead with 3 furlongs to go. Love to Gamble and Jerry Bailey now moving with him. 3 lengths back, and Surround Sound is rallying now third. A break of 4 to Glade. Farther back, Manac. Wealth Without Risk has stopped and plummeted to the back of the pack. They're off the turn, and they're in the stretch. And Recycled Code is still under a hand ride coming to the 8th pole. But there's a stiff challenge coming from Surround Sound. And now Robbie Davis goes to the whip on Recycled Code. The lead's a length and a half. Surround Sound is coming hard. They're coming down to the finish. Recycled Code, Surround Sound. Recycled Code wins 3/4 of a length.
He had been running with Better out of town. Thought he might go off a little bit shorter. He didn't. Incidentally, we have run 4 races. In one of them, the second, Robbie Davis horse made a left turn leaving the gate. The other 3, Robbie won. Recycled Code, Greg Lord, Manny Tortora. Davis is third, 6:30, 3:90, 2:90. Surround Sound runs well, 8:10, 3:50. Love to Gamble, $3. The 4-2 is 47.80. Quinella, 2-4-4-2, 29.20. On to the 5th. They're going a mile. Oh, the pick 3. I forgot the pick 3, and I actually had it for a half a dollar. The 5-6-4, 131.50. Here's the 5th. I always forget it. It's a mile and a 16th. Maiden fillies and mares 3 and up. They are state breds. The favorite here at 9-5 is a firster from Rick Schosberg. Orly Roo with Jose Santos.
And they're off. Sunshine Sapphire dwelt at the start, spots the field almost a half dozen lengths. Orly Roo flashes speed, and so does Binoculars on the outside. Binoculars short lead. Orly Roo gathered back to run in second. Hidden Vengeance comes on through between horses. On the inside, Very Rapid running in 4th. On the outside, Oh Aurora is now 5th. Fighting Issue is 6th between horses. Then it's Selena, Zirconian Princess, Watrao Spectacular, and a break of 6 to late starting Sunshine Sapphire. 23-1 for the opening quarter. Moving down the back stretch, Orly Roo short lead. Constant pressure from Binoculars. Hidden Vengeance up close and hard held in behind the front runners. On the outside, Fighting Issue right up with the pacemakers. It's 2.5 lengths back to Stelina, 5th on the outside. Very Rapid is 6th, and now falling 6 lengths from the front. Then Watrao Spectacular, followed by Zirconian Princess, who's 3 wide. Sunshine Sapphire, and Oh Aurora has stopped to a walk. Midway round the far turn, it's Binoculars by a neck. Orly Roo, though, still in with a fighting chance at the inside. Orly Roo and Binoculars now on even terms as they near the top of the stretch. Fighting Issue sitting just outside them 3rd. Hidden Vengeance has had a good trip drafting in behind the lead. On the outside, Stelina 5th. Off the turn and into the stretch. Orly Roo comes to the top of the stretch with something left. Shaking loose from Binoculars. Hidden Vengeance down inside. Stelina on the far outside, and Fighting Issue. They're all chasing Orly Roo. Still there by 3 lengths. Stelina on the outside and Fighting Issue. Orly Roo still there as the wire approaches, and it is Orly Roo in a good-looking debut.
Rick Schosberg told Jan Rushton this horse can run all day. He would have preferred turf, but he couldn't resist this race, and he wins it. Orly Roo, Sonny Comfort, Rick Schosberg, Jose Santos, 590, 510, 350. Well, they beat Robbie Davis, but he did get second on a first-time Lasix Stelina, 1480, 810, Fighting Issue 260. The 6-3's 120, 350. Tries 631, $383. Fillies and mares 4 and up. They are state breds. Non-winners are 2 other than Maiden, Claiming, Starter, or Restricted. There is a heavy favorite here, the number 2, Bella Ransom with Richard Migliori.
And they're off. Calypso Boo strikes out for the lead. Ellicat's Burglar is also there with Bit of Powder. Out of the chute and onto the main track, Calypso Boo, a short lead and a moderate early pace. In between horses, Ellicat's Burglar, Katie's Flag on the outside. There goes Bit of Powder up from the rail. Then it's Work of the Devil, followed by Bella Ransom, and 5 lengths back to Music Tower. Moving up the back stretch at a comfortable pace, it's Bit of Powder with a short lead. The pace is comfortable indeed. 24 flat for the first quarter. Ellicat's Burglar on even terms with Bit of Powder. Bella Ransom and Calypso Boo in close attendance to this sedate pace. Katie's Flag on the outside, 5th, followed by Work of the Devil, 3 lengths back to Music Tower, trailing the field with 5 furlongs to go. Midway down the back stretch, it's Bit of Powder. Bit of Powder edging away from Elegant's Burglar. They pick the tempo up. The half went in 47-2. It's Bit of Powder in control, 3/4 of a length with less than a half mile to go. Elegant's Burglar creeping up again. On the outside, Calypso View kept within a length of the lead. And then it's Bella Ransom in behind the front runners. And the far outside, Katie's Flag forced to go 5 wide. And then it's Work of the Devil in Music Tower. Nearing the top of the stretch, Bit of Powder still a narrow lead. Elegant's Burglar, Calypso View working harder to keep up. Bella Ransom's just in behind the lead. Work of the Devil down on the fence. Katie's Flag on the far outside, off the turn into the stretch. Elegant's Burglar opening up. Elegant's Burglar opens up at the top of the stretch, pulling away from Bit of Powder, and Bella Ransom is put to a full-out drive with a furlong to go. Elegant's Burglar under a furious left hand. On the outside, Bella Ransom wearing her down, coming down to the line. Elegant's Burglar, Bella Ransom surges. Elegant's Burglar holding on.
Nice ride here by Santos. He keeps his filly in position so that the 2-horse, the favorite, can never really get loose. Finally, when she gets loose, it's too late. Elegant's Burglar, one of the 2 horses who really fit the race, does win it, but you had to like the 2. Arthur Klein, Howard, M. Tesher, Jose Santos. 8:30, 3:20, 2:60. Bella Ransom, she'll run again in this spot, 2:30, 2:10. Katie's Flag, 2:80. The Exacta 5-2 inverted favorites, $18.80. Here's the 7th. They're going a mile and 1/8. These are fillies and mares 3 and up. Non-winners are 2 other than. The favorites here really the 1 Golden Delicious, 7 Summer Rumble, and 8 Frolic.
And they're off. Gentleman's Copy. There goes Girton Gate up after the lead. Girton Gate out to get to the lead. Summer Rumble is second on the outside now. And then it's Golden Delicious running in third. Gentleman's Copy is fourth. On the inside, Never Ending. Farther back, Frolic. And the trailer is AC Tracy. Up the back stretch, Girton Gate short lead. Pressure from Summer Rumble on the outside. And Never Ending coming up the rail third. Golden Delicious tracking the lead fourth. Gentleman's Copy kept within 3 lengths of the lead, fifth by 4.5. Then Frolic and AC Tracy at the back. 23 flat for the opening quarter. Girton Gate continues to lead. Summer Rumble just off her flank, second on the outside. Never Ending tucked away at the inside. Golden Delicious is up close, so is Gentleman's Copy. 8 lengths now, back to Frolic. AC Tracy still trailing the field. Entering the far turn, and Summer Rumble ranging up to get the lead after a half in 46 flat. The fractions are strong, and Summer Rumble has taken over from Girton Gate as they round the far turn. Gentleman's Copy and Golden Delicious is in between horses. Never Ending right up there with the chance. A break of 7. Back to Frolic, who's under the whip, and AC Tracy beginning to roll from the back of the pack. They're nearing the top of the stretch. Summer Rumble, Golden Delicious, and Gentleman's Copy. Never Ending just in behind them. Frolic begins to gain ground now. Girton Gate has dropped out of it, and AC Tracy at the top of the stretch. It's Golden Delicious. Golden Delicious coming to the 8th pole with a 2-length lead. Frolic coming hard on the outside. Golden Delicious. Frolic under a furious drive here beneath Mike Smith. And it is Frolic who gets to the lead right at the 16th pole to get past Golden Delicious. Well-timed move by Mike Smith on Frolic to win by 2. Golden Delicious.
She disappointed first time out last May at 3-5. She is a royally bred filly, and today she ran like one, eating up the ground, does Frolic. Cynthia Phipps, Shug McGahee, Mike Smith, Frolic. 620, 320, 290, Golden Delicious, 370, 310, Never Ending, 450 to show. The Exacta 8-1, $20.40. Moving on to the 8th, this is a sprint, 4 and up. Now when it's a 4, then Maiden claiming a starter. The favorite's way on the outside there. The number 6, Western Fame with Jerry Bailey.
And they're off. Money of the Mind gets out first. Western Fame is there, so is Trevelyan and Stark Ridge Hooley up close. Up the back stretch, it's Stark Ridge, Hooley, and Western Fame, the 3 of them in a stampede for the lead here. 5 lengths back to Trevelyan, now running fourth. Silver Fox, Money of the Mind, is now the trailer. Into the far turn, and it is Hooley going head-to-head with Stark Ridge. The quarter, a hotly contested 22-1. Western Fame just outside the dueling front runners. 5 lengths to Trevelyan, 3 lengths to Silver Fox, and 6 lengths to Money of the Mind. Nearing the top of the stretch, Stockbridge and Hooley have been in a cutthroat speed duel throughout, with Western Fame stalking third, and those three head for home. Stockbridge taking the lead. Hooley drops out of it. Here's Western Fame. Western Fame taking the lead at the top of the stretch, and Western Fame's under a hand ride. Under a confident Jerry Bailey, it's Western Fame. Stockbridge full out, but back in second. Then Silver Fox. Hooley back to fourth. Coming down to the finish, Western Fame did it easily here, winning by 3 lengths over Stockbridge farther back.
That's what we call winning in hand. Western Fame, under absolutely little effort, just pulls away from these. Sword Caleb, Billy Mott, Jerry Bailey. 330, 250, 210. Speed Horse hangs on. Stockbridge, 650, 410. Silver Fox, 310. The 6-5 exacta, $20.40. The pick 3, the old 3 of 3, 586, $63.50. The pick 6. Here's the pick 6, 6 of 6, $1,404. 11 winners on track. 5 of 6, $33.20. We're on to the feature today. This is the 7 furlong Jaipur. It's a grade 3. It is on the Widener turf course. The favorite here, the number 8 Donjour with Jerry Bailey.
They're off. Grand Continental gets out first. Danger off to a good start. In between horses, it's Holy Mountain. Baroque is there. Here's Shahid on the inside to take the lead. Shahid to the front. Baroque second. Holy Mountain third. Danger is now fourth by 2. Then it's inside the Beltway. Grand Continental. Mighty Forum near the back of the pack early with Pacific Fleet, Gold Mine, and far behind the rest is Jed Forrest. Up the backstretch, Shahid with Baroque glued to him second. Holy Mountain sitting just outside the lead. Danger's in behind them and down inside, running in fourth. Very conservatively ridden is Danger as they round the far turn. Grand Continental is now fifth. Inside the Beltway, coming under a ride, sixth. Mighty Forum is 8 lengths from the lead. Midway round the far turn, it's still Shahid and Baroque running 1-2. Holy Mountain on the outside. As Danger looms in behind the lead fourth. He'll need some running room. Grand Continental switch to the outside. Inside the Beltway is coming up the rail. Off the turn, here's Holy Mountain to take over from Shahid. Danger has running room on the inside, and Grand Continental running a big race today. They're coming past the 8th pole. Here's Grand Continental to take the lead. Grand Continental, Holy Mountain second. Danger down inside. Farther back, Gold Mine. They're coming down to the finish, and it's going to be Grand Continental.
Not a natural 7 furlong horse, but Richard gets him out well and then puts him in the garden and wins it going away. This is a long shot combination. Richard O'Connell, Richard Miliori gave an 85 to 1. Very unstable, owns it. Grand Continental 20, 28, 46, 20. Inside the Beltway 13, 80, 11, 40. Gold Mine 910. The exact 11.9, not really value, 178. Try 11.97, $2,164. We're going on to the 10th, 6.5 furlongs, 4 years old and up, 35 down to 30. The favorite lukewarm, the number 10 to Notchalon with Jerry Bailey.
They're off. Yeckley gets out first. Boom Tonner's right up there. Magic's back under a hard ride early up the backstretch, and Yeckley clears the field over to the inside. Magic's back on the chase second. Boom Tonner and McCullough down inside. Tanoctic Lawn is fifth on the outside. Heavenwood has come out running sixth. Golden Clown is seventh. Explosive Ridge is eighth. Kentucky Governor, Sheila's Ice. The trailer is Ocean Splash as they round the far turn. They're chasing Yeckley through a quarter of 22 1/5 seconds. Yeckley leads the way. Boom Tonner's on the outside. In between horses, Magic's back. McCullough had to steady on the turn. Fourth toward the inside. McCullough's still in traffic. 2.5 lengths back. On the outside, Tanoctic Lawn is running in fifth. Heavenwood still in with the chances sixth. And on the inside, it's Golden Cloud seventh. As they turn for home, they still have to get to Yeckley. Yeckley leads by 2 at the head of the stretch. Boom Tonner taking aim second on the outside. Then it's McCullough's in between horses. McCullough's coming on now. They're coming down to the last furlong. It's still Yeckley holding on to a tenuous lead. And McCullough and Yeckley. Yeckley and McCullough ding-donging it down to the line. Boom Tonner will be third. It's McCullough And Yeckley and McCullough is...
Doesn't get much closer than this. That's Yeckley taken off the claim on the layoff from the drop by Gaspar Mochera. He runs it back for 35. On the outside, McCullough, they hit the wire together. Look closely. The inside, the speed held on for Barbara Davis, Gaspar Mochera, and Jose Trejo. 1440, 830, 630. McCullough, 1520, 1080. Boomtowner used to be Yeckley's stablemate, 570 to show. The 9-1's 164.50, double 11-9, 154.50. Try 916, $801. Don Orlando, my favorite track superintendent. He takes care of Aqueduct, Belmont, and Saratoga. Will tell you what floating, sealing, harrowing, handling the grass course, learn all about track maintenance, plus the Acorn from New York and all the good races that will run in Baltimore this weekend. That's Tuesday on Inside Racing. Good night. May the horse be with you. Good evening, welcome to the show. Well, once we picked the right 2 days to be dark. We missed the heat spell. Today was a beautiful day here at Belmont Park. And here's the latest Unbridled Song Bulletin. Unbridled Song, thinking of the Met Mile on Memorial Day. So not only will you get a t-shirt, you'll get to see Unbridled Song, maybe. Right back with today's first. We made some changes, and Mudcorks are now announced 17 minutes to post. The opener day is a sprint. These are maiden claiming. They're fillies and mares 3 and up. And the favorite here is the number 3, A Gentleness, with Julie Crone.
They're off. I Be Knowin' came out of the gate walking. Irma going for the lead. Look for more Gentleness. And down inside, Black Tie Tango. Those 4 in a real stampede for the lead here. Win Approval has come out running 5th on the outside. Seattle Charmer is 6th on the rail by 3. Then strolling in the park, followed by Green Badger. And well behind is I Be Knowin', who came out of the gate very slowly. Around the far turn, on the outside, Gentleness keeping up the pressure on Black Tie Tango through a hotly contested quarter in 22 and 2. Here's Irma taking a run for the lead on the outside, and Win Approval follows her move. And let's look for more now. Back running in 5th position, strolling the park, leveling off and gaining ground on the far outside, 6th. Farther back, it's Green Badger, and down inside, Seattle Charmer. Irma taking the lead as they hit the top of the stretch. It's Irma and Gentleness. Irma has the lead now by a length and a half. Gentleness down inside, 2nd. Win Approval is 3rd, strolling in the park, making up ground on the far outside. They're in the final furlong. Irma by 2, Gentleness 2nd, strolling in the park continues to close 3rd. Win Approval 4th. Irma still there, 2.5 lengths. Strolling in the park with the final try. The wire's coming fast. Here's Irma. Irma, 3/4 of a length.
Hey, just when I told you you'll see Unbridled Song perhaps on Memorial Day, you see his colors today as this filly carries them to the winner's circle. Irma, the Paranex Stable, Joe Aquilino, and Dale Cordova. 27.80, 11, and 570. Strolling in the park, 620, 330. Gentleness, who was co-choice with Black Tie Tango, $3 to show. The 6.9 Exacta, 116.50. Here's the 2nd. They're going a mile and a 16th. These are 4 and up, claiming tags 30 down to 25. Favorite here's the number 4, Run Talca, with John Velasquez.
And they're off.
Thanks, Greg.
Darned Alarming and Wish I May, and Wish I May gets out to get to the early lead. Darned Alarming has come out 2nd. Run Talca's on the outside, then Wills by Now. Domina is reserved at the back of the pack early, along with Show No Fear. Moving down the backstretch, Wish I May out there by 2.5 lengths. Darned Alarming is giving chase. On the outside, Run Talca up close to the pace 3rd. Wills by Now is 4th. Domina still conserved. Show No Fear continues the trail. The opening quarter went in 23 and 1/5 seconds. Honest fractions enough for Wish I May, who continues to hold the lead. Julie Crone trying to motivate Darned Alarming on the chase 2nd and on the chase in earnest. On the inside, Wills by Now moves to an opening there. Wills by Now is now 3rd. On the outside, Run Talca fourth. Domina 5 lengths from the lead, and Show No Fear. A half mile out, they ran a half in 46 and 1. It's still Wish I May holding on to the lead by a length and a half. Darned Alarming's been in a drive under the whip with 3 furlongs to go, running second, 2 lengths back, and on the inside, Will Spy Now third, Run Talca fourth. Farther back, Domina. Show No Fear continues to trail the field. It's still Wish I May at the quarter pole in front by 2. Darned Alarming still chasing second. On the outside, Will Spy Now set down for the drive third. Wish I May 2.5 lengths. Darned Alarming's been in a drive for the last quarter mile, still running second. And Will Spy Now is third. They're coming down to the finish. Wish I May will go all the way on the lead to win. Wish I May by 3 on the wire. Darned Alarming second, and Will.
Wish I May. Wish I'll get a mile and a 16th today. I'll put blinkers on. She does. She wires them for Stanley Huff, Triumvirate Stable, and Can-Am Stable. Stanley's the trainer. Robbie Davis up. 1086.550. Darned Alarming in a drive all the way. Still hangs in for the place. 524.30. Will Spy Now 580. Exacta 6.3's $55. Double 6.6 181. Quinella 3663 $31. Here's the third. They're sprinting. These are fillies and mares 3 and up. Now is a race on the maiden claiming a starter. The favorite here, it's Paranek again. It's the 1A, Thrifty Jennifer with Dale Cordova.
They're off. There goes Thrifty Jennifer after the lead at once and gets it. Thrifty Jennifer out sprinting the field from the gate, quickly opens up by 2. Cloudy Bay on the inside, then Minor Indiscretion between horses with Pageant Princess, Strawberry Clover, and hung out there 4 wide as they move into the far turn. Thrifty Jennifer with a firing line in behind her. Minor Indiscretion is there on the outside, Strawberry Clover. In between them, Pageant Princess, Cloudy Bay down inside. The opening quarter went in 23 seconds flat. Thrifty Jennifer cutting out the fraction, still out there by a length and a half. Strawberry Clover a bit wide, running in second. Minor Indiscretion is back to third now. Cloudy Bay coming up the inside. Pageant Princess trying to mount a bit on the far outside. As they come to the top of the stretch, Thrifty Jennifer, the favorite, has been in control throughout, through a half mile in 46 and 3, and heads for home in front. Now Del Cordova goes to the whip on Thrifty Jennifer. She'll be tested here by Strawberry Clover. Thrifty Jennifer full out to hold off Strawberry Clover, who's coming at her. On the inside, Cloudy Bay third. Thrifty Jennifer a short lead. Strawberry Clover forges past. Strawberry Clover wins. 3/4 of a length. Thrifty.
All the late money went to this Darn That Alarm filly, and she delivers. The Sabine Stable, Bobby Barbera and Mike Smith. The number 6, pretty popular number today. That's 3 in a row. The gray gets the dough. Strawberry Clover. 720, 290, 210. Thrifty Jennifer lucky to hang on for the place. 240, 210. Cloudy Bay 210. The Exacta 6 and 1, $14. We're going on to the 4th now. 7 furlongs, fillies and mares 3 and up. Now one is the 3, other than the favorite, the number 5. Record the Call, Jose Santos.
And they're off. Not Bright Brilliant gets out quickly to the lead, but Record the Call is there to match strides with her. There goes American Flyer, sprinting up quickly on the inside. Just in behind those 3, it's Bank Approval, followed by Gerda. The early trailer will be Little Monday. And American Flyer comes on through to seize the lead early. It's American Flyer a half length. Record the Call second, and on the outside, Not Bright Brilliant right up there with them. And it's 2 lengths back down inside Gerda. On the outside, Bank Approval, and another 4 to Little Monday, who's been out sprinted behind a quarter, up 22 and 4/5 seconds. They're moving right along here, a hotly contested pace among American Flyer, Record the Call, and Not Bright Brilliant. The 3 of them continue to do battle round the far turn. 5 lengths back to Gerda fourth. Another 3 to Bank Approval, and another 3 to Little Monday. 3 furlongs out, a half in 45 and 4. Not Bright Brilliant taking a short lead on the outside. Record the Call, and American Flyer hanging in tough. Those 3 arrive at the top of the stretch together with Gerda just in behind. But now Not Bright Brilliant spurts away. Not Bright Brilliant, roused by John Velasquez, responding and opening up by 3. Gerda put to a drive, now second. Farther back, a weakened American Flyer. Record the Call is fourth. Down to the final 16th. Not Bright Brilliant rolls to a 4-length lead. And Gerda will be second under the line. Not Bright Brilliant bounding under the line. As much the best here. Gerda was second, and American Flyer.
It may not be the way you spell brilliant, but it is the way you spell winner. She's been away since March. She comes back very fit. Not Bright Brilliant. Sydney Port, John M. DeStefano Jr., John Velasquez. 910, 510, 350. Gerda, 680, 350. American Flyer, 270. Exacta 6-1's 58.50. Quinella 1661, 26.80. And the pick 3, and this is the second time this meeting I've said this, a devilish pick 3, 6, 6, 6. And remember, the first winner was also number 6. 3 of 3, $217. A wide open fifth. They're going 1.25 miles on the inner turf. They're maiden fillies and mares 3 and up. They are statebreds, and there is a favorite. It's the number 4, Irish Daisy with Paula Kime Bruno.
And they're off. Irish Daisy gets out first, but has quickly reined in to allow Great Beginnings and Golden Seamstress to vie for the lead. Golden Seamstress and Great Beginnings strike out for the lead together. They've got 3 lengths now on Groovy's Fairest running third. On the outside, Helen Genevieve is 4th, Fleur de Talc ground saving in 5th. And then it's Dutch Maid, reserved in 6th position, 2.5 lengths back to a Shade Shady, now running in 7th. Then it's Irish Daisy, who broke on top, but has been gathered back to run near the back of the pack, along with Medieval Dr. Gizerie and a hard-held Watrell's Finesse. Into the backstretch after an opening quarter over the firm going in 23 seconds flat, and Great Beginnings is out there by 3.5 lengths. Golden Seamstress running along in 2nd, Helen Genevieve on the far outside 3rd, Groovy's Fairest in between horses. Dutch Maid is making headway while saving ground and moving up a few spots on the inside. And then it's a break of 3 back to Watrell's Finesse, who is hard held in the earlier going and has now moved up to be 8 lengths from the front and continues to advance on the outside. Then it's Fleur de Talc, a Shade Shady, Gizerie, Irish Daisy, and Medieval Doctor at the back of the pack. The opening half in 46 and 4, 3/4 in 12 and 4. It's Great Beginnings. They're whittling away at the lead. Here comes Golden Seamstress to take a run at the lead as they round the far turn. Golden Seamstress now getting a lead with 3 furlongs to go in front by a head. Great Beginnings counters and comes right back. 2 lengths back. Watrell's Finesse is 3rd on the outside. Then it's Dutch Maid within striking range 4th. A Shade Shady is 5th as the field heads for home. Golden Seamstress spurts away from Great Beginnings. A Shade Shady is 3rd and trying to mount a late bid with a furlong to go. Then it's Dutch Maid, Gizerie. Irish Daisy down inside is threading her way through between horses. Down to the final 16th. It's Golden Seamstress, a 3-length lead. Irish Daisy flying on the outside, and a Shade Shady. It's Golden Seamstress who wins by 3/4 length.
Well, congratulations to H. James Bond, bring a first starter out to go 1.25 miles and win, and rather impressively. The dam is a British dam, Raffinesse. Maybe that's where it came from. Good work for H. James Bond. Henry Pregan, the owner. Jorge Chavez. 1560, 710, 450. Favorite was flying at the end, but it was too late. Irish Daisy, 440, 340. Shade Shady, 740. The Exacta 3/4's $59. Try 341, $537. Sixth race is 1 mile and an 8. Excuse me, 1 mile and a 16, 4 and up. Now winners of 3 other than. There were 2 favorites here. The number 3 Admiralty with Jerry Bailey. Number 4 Foreign Intrigue, John Velasquez.
And they're off. Dice Flow gets out first. 5th set put to the whip right from the gate. Admiralty was off in good order. Out of the chute and onto the main track, Dice Flow has established a 2-length lead. Admiralty down inside running in 2nd. Mr. Bluebird between horses. 5th set is 4th. 2 lengths back. Lenny's Wild again catching up now at the pack to be 5th. Then a break of 5.5 back to Foreign Intrigue, who trails the field. Dice Flow breezing along on a clear lead. Admiralty running along in 2nd through a quarter in 23 and 1/5 seconds. Lenny's Wild again coming through an opening on the inside. He's now 3rd. Mr. Bluebird is 4th. 5th set 5th. 8 lengths back to Foreign Intrigue, who's dropping farther out of it. 5 furlongs from the line. Dice Flow continues on a clear lead. Dice Flow Heading for the far turn with the 2.5 length advantage. Jerry Bailey keeps Admiralty within close striking range, and he's getting closer with a half mile to go. They ran a half in 46 seconds flat. Mr. Bluebird just outside the lead third. Lenny's Wild again coming under a ride to stay within striking range fourth. 3 lengths to fifth set, 5 lengths to four in Intrigue. 3 furlongs out. Dice Flow a half length. Admiralty looms a solid threat on the outside second. Mr. Bluebird coming on now from third. Farther back, it's Lenny's Wild again fourth. Off the turn and into the stretch. Dice Flow has a tenuous lead. Admiralty shaken up here by Billy, and Admiralty takes control at the top of the stretch and pulls away from Dice Flow. For an Intrigue, held in abeyance earlier, is coming fast on the outside. It's Admiralty by 3.5. For an Intrigue coming fast, but will not get to Admiralty, who came ready to run today. A 3-length winner. For an Intrigue second by 6. Dice Flow third.
A lot of late money showed for this Billy Mott layoff horse. This colt been away since May of '95. Was ready today. The board said it, and the horse said it along with the board. Alan Paulson, Billy Mott, Jerry Bailey, Admiralty. 630, 370, 290. For an Intrigue, 350, 260. Dice Flow, 330. The exacta 3-4, $19.60. On to the Widener Turf Course, a mile and a 16th. These are fillies and mares, 4 and up. Now one is a 4 other than, and the favorite, the number 1, Upper Noosh, with Jean-Luc Samin.
They're off. New Wave comes out in stride on the lead. There goes other in-between horses. Upper Noosh is ranging up. In-between horses are Shapari and Dinner Diamond. 4 wide, Lafitte's Lady. Grand Chorus is taken back in behind horses. The early trailer is Cana as they move into the back stretch. A moderate pace is being established here by other. Mild pressure from Upper Noosh. Taken up sharply there was New Wave, taken up in traffic. The first quarter in an ordinary 24 and 2/5 seconds. Moving down the back stretch. Other gets away with an easy early lead. Upper Noosh on the outside, sitting back in second. Then it's New Wave down inside third, followed by Shapari, Lafitte's Lady, Dinner Diamond, Cana, Grand Chorus in traffic at the back. Midway down the back stretch, Other continues on an uncontested lead. Got away with a half in 48 and 1/5 seconds. Upper Noosh still sitting second. New Wave down inside, 2 lengths from front running Other. Then Shapari. Grand Chorus is running room. Cana forced to go 4 or 5 wide, launching a bid from the back. Dinner Diamond and Lafitte's Lady. Other continues the lead as they come to the top of the stretch. Jean-Luc Samin getting into Upper Noosh, second on the outside. New Wave just in behind the lead, and New Wave is switched out for the stretch run now. Grand Chorus on the far outside. Off the turn into the stretch. Upper Noosh taking charge. New Wave coming fast. Dinner Diamond darts up at the inside. Grand Chorus fourth. In the final furlong, Upper Noosh, 2-length lead. New Wave, Dinner Diamond, second and third. Coming down to the line, it's going to be Upper Noosh. Upper Noosh who wins it comfortably. New Wave second, Dinner Diamond third.
Not only was she probably the best on paper, but Jean-Luc got himself a great trip. He put her behind a good target. The number 4 Other took over at will and wins for fun. Fox Ridge Farm, Pat Kelly, Jean-Luc Samin on the green. 490, 290, 250. New Wave, 360, 330. Dinner Diamond, 420. The exacta 1-3, $17.40. Feature today, 7 furlongs, 19th running, Bowery, $50,000 added. These are filly 3-year-olds. They are state-breds, and there is a heavy, heavy favorite, the number 5 Doll, Mike Luzzy.
And they're off. Double D's off to a good beginning, and Doll was steadied soon after the start. The favorite is last, up the back stretch. There goes Positive Charger to grab a short lead. Bounding Babe coming through on the inside. Second, Billy B. Third. Double D's fourth. Bronze Car, fifth on the outside. Light Up New York is sixth toward the rail. Rubles is seventh. Doll, who was last, is playing catch-up now, and Doll is passing horses one by one, heading for the far turn. In-laws second to last. Forever True trails the field. Rounding the far turn, it's Positive Charger in front by a head. To her outside, it's Billy B. To her inside, it's Bounding Babe. Double D's 4 wide, and Doll is 5 wide. Doll having a tough trip today. 3 furlongs out. Double D's is emerging with the lead. Doll wide, running second. Down inside, Bounding Babe is now third. Positive Charger. Billy B drops back fifth in between horses. Light Up New York is sixth toward the rail. Bronze Car seventh as they head for home. It's Double D's in command at the top of the stretch. Double D's is under a hand ride, coming to mid-stretch with a 3-length lead. Doll on the outside. Down toward the rail, it's Bounding Babe now running in third. Positive Charger between horses fourth. In-Law fifth. But Double D's is turning this into a runaway. Double D's is going to win by a huge margin here. It is Double D's who wins by almost 10 lengths. And
there's no question that Doll had a terrible trip. She was just squeezed at the start and fell way back. But take nothing away from Double D's. She just annihilates this field. Used the Acorn a few days ago as a prep race. Comes back on 3 days rest for Jimmy Ferrero, and she's ready to go. Told Jan Rushton that she came out of the Acorn like she wanted another race. Well, she just got one. For Tri-Bone Stables, Jimmy Ferrero, Mike Smith, Double D's. 840, 630, 280. 50 to 1. Positive Charger, Eddie Maple, 32.80, 530. Doll, despite the trip, does run third, 220. The Exacta 911, 267.50. Try 911.5, $693. The Pick 3, the old 319, $115. And the Pick 6, one winner, and that one winner was on track. $35,406 for that person. 5 of 6, $236. On to the ninth. They're going a mile and an eighth. These are 4-year-olds and up, claiming tags 14 down to 12. The favorite, well, it's Mike Smith to sweep the double on the number 5 medal winner.
And they're off. Awkward beginning for Trusted Advisor. Calamity is striking out for the lead. Trusted Advisor has recovered from that clumsy start and hooks up right from the beginning with Calamity. Those two have opened up almost 5 on the field. It's Paulo third. Bert's Bunch on the outside is fourth. Down the backstretch, Trusted Advisor, hard to handle, well out into the track. Leads by 3. Calamity has moved to the inside, second by 5. Bert's Bunch third ahead. Paulo is fourth by a length. Personnel Director off the rail running fifth ahead. Best Aquarian is sixth. Then Medal Winner at the back of the pack running in seventh. On the inside, R's moving through. The opening quarter, 22 4/5 seconds. And it's Trusted Advisor who set that sharp opening quarter. Leads by 2.5 lengths. Calamity running in second. Bert's Bunch edging up third on the outside. Paulo fourth with 5 furlongs to go. Personnel Director on the far outside. Now moving in fifth. Down toward the inside, R just sixth. Far the back in the field, Medal Winner and Best Aquarian. Around the far turn, Trusted Advisor blazes the way. Ran an opening half mile in 46 4/5 seconds. Still leads by 2. Bert's Bunch running well. Second. Here comes Personnel Director kicking in on the outside. 4 lengths back to R's. Paulo's under a drive, but back in fifth. Medal Winner takes to the outside 6th. Trusted Advisor gives it up. It's now Personnel Director heading for home with the lead. Bert's Bunch switched to the outside for the run into the stretch. Medal Winner is now third. Ours is fourth. But in the meantime, Personnel Director is giving them the slip. He's opened up a 4-length lead. Bert's Bunch on the outside. Medal Winner down to the final 16th. Personnel Director by 4. Medal Winner moves to second. Bert's Bunch third. And it will be that way on the line. Personnel Director is a 4-length winner.
Definite overlay won its last at a mile and a 16th. This distance, no real change. The horse they made the favorite, Medal Winner, always puts in a good race, but rarely finds the winner's circle. Personnel Director, Helen Caston, Ed Lanzara, Alfredo Velasquez, and Jose Trejo. 18, 560, 360. Medal Winner, 360, 260. Bert's Bunch, 550. The 1-5's 46.80. Double 9 and $187. Try 156, 317.50. We had another great day here. Really was. Great weather. If you don't come out here and enjoy it, even if you don't like the bet horses, just enjoy the park and watch them in the walking ring. It's a great afternoon's entertainment. Once again, big weekend coming up, T-shirts Monday, and maybe, just maybe, Unbridled Song. Good night. May the horse be with you. welcome to the show. I can't believe it. We're on a big roll. We've had 2 nice days in a row. Today was as beautiful as yesterday, a great day for racing, a pretty good card, grass racing, everything you want, and the most beautiful park in the metropolitan New York or Nassau County area. Right back with today's first. Furlongs for maiden 3 and up. The claiming tag's $35,000. Early money nowhere really, but late money all went to the number 2 Oscar nominee with Alberto Castillo Jr.
Get that on.
And they're off. Dolly's Rainbow hustled up and after the early lead. There goes Oscar nominee down on the rail. Toward the outside, Cannonberry is there. Uninvited is up close. Tack moving through between horses 5th. Perfectly Rare 6th and on the move from the inside. Rufio 6 wide running in 7th. Fighting Bob is 8th and Mr. Appeal relatively close to the pace 9th, only 5 lengths from the lead. There's a break of 6 to Forever Grudge and Chocolate Wizard. And Bars and Stars is the early trailer. The first quarter in 23 and 1. Heading into the far turn, Oscar nominee in front by length. Tack on the attack now, 2nd on the outside. Then it's Dolly's Rainbow edging up into 3rd. Mr. Appeal moves through between horses 4th. On the far outside, Rufio commencing a bid from 5th. Perfectly Rare shuffled back to 6th. Then it's Fighting Bob, followed by Uninvited, Forever Grudge, Cannonberry, Chocolate Wizard, and Bars and Stars. It is Oscar nominee building an imposing lead here by 3.5 as they hit the quarter pole. Tack is under the whip 2nd. Mr. Appeal down inside 3rd. Rufio far outside 4th. Fighting Bob is advanced to 5th. Top of the stretch, Oscar nominees in a full-out drive. Still holding on, though, by 2 lengths. Tack is in between horses. Fighting Bob on the outside. Down toward the rail, it's Mr. Appeal. Rufio is 5th. Final 16th. Oscar nominee still fending them off. Still clear by 3. Fighting Bob, 2nd best on the line. Oscar nominee does it by almost 2 lengths. Fighting Bob was 2nd.
Mike Watchmaker said it best in Post Parade magazine. This horse was bet first time out last year. Didn't run that well. Comes back today off the layoff with Lasix, with blinkers, and gets the money. Greentel Stable, John M. DeStefano Jr., Alberto Castillo Jr., 620, 440, 380. Also off a layoff. Fighting Bob runs well for 1389.20. Mr. Appeal 380. The 211, $149.50. The second is 7 furlongs. These are 3-year-olds, claiming tag 16 down to 14. Favorite here, the number 2, Totally Simple with John Velasquez.
The gate. They're off. Dr. Watt getting to the lead, and down inside here comes Lightning Special up to grab the lead, and Totally Simple's there. But it's Lightning Special to the front, Totally Simple running 2nd, Dr. Walk on the outside 3rd, LBA 4th, and moving through an opening on the inside. 2 lengths to Torch Carrier and Crypto Duck running 5th and 6th. Then it's Midnight Squall 7th, and a big break back to Glendy, and an even bigger break back to the trailer, Eva's Edge. The opening quarter in a lively 22 4/5 seconds into the far turn. Lightning Special, the leader, 3/4 of a length. Totally Simple drawing in closer. Dr. Walk sitting just outside the lead, right up there 3rd. LBA is 4th. Then it's Cryptoduck coming through between horses 5th as they near the top of the stretch. And it's Totally Simple who has taken a short lead from Lightning Special. Totally Simple in front. Dr. Walk threatens on the outside. Lightning Special is faded to 3rd. Cryptoduck is 4th. Off the turn and into the stretch. Totally Simple, all he can handle with Dr. Walk. Dr. Walk in front at the 8th pole, and Dr. Walk is beginning to get away from Totally Simple. 4 lengths back to Crypto Duck and Midnight Squall 4th. Coming down to the line, it's going to be Dr. Walk to pull it off. It'll be close for 2nd. Crypto Duck gets 2nd, and Totally Simple, the favorite, winds up there.
Blind Squirrel finds a nut theory proven here. Dr. Walk given by Mike Watchmaker's partner in Talking Horses, Andy Serling. They combine for this double. William Keegan, Charles Carey, Herb Macaulay, Dr. Walk. 1520, 790, 360. Crypto Duck gets up for the place, 870, 320. Favorite Totally Simple, 220. The exacta 9-7, 148.50. The double today, Talking Horses double combined, the two men gave it to you. The old 2-9 was cut almost in half, $90.50. Quinella 7997, $66. On to the third. This is 7 furlongs, maiden 3-year-olds, claiming tags 70 down to 60. Favorites here, the number 3 Sacone, the number 4 Northwind Fury.
They're off. It's Gold Label getting out to a good beginning. Third Mortgage also off to a good start. Then it's Sacone. Billary is off to a poor beginning, but now moves up on the inside, and on the far outside, Northwind Fury. Then Dance for Jove, and Quite a Story is allowed to trail the field in the early going. They're moving up the backstretch. Gold Label head-to-head in a spirited duel with Third Mortgage. Down inside, Sacone, hemmed in at the rail third, alongside Northwind Fury fourth by 5. Now Quite a Story gets some room and comes on through from fifth. On the outside, Dance for Jove, and a break of 4 back to Billary. 23 flat for the opening quarter. It's still Third Mortgage and Gold Label going head-to-head. Northwind Fury keeping Sacone pinned down inside. Sacone would like to go, but has nowhere to go. In the meantime, Dance for Jove is a clear run. He's moving up now 4 wide, and Quite a Story draws into contention. Nearing the top of the stretch, Dance for Jove 4 wide, Northwind Fury right there. Weakening Third Mortgage and Gold Label. And now Sacone has switched to the outside. Quite a Story fan 5 wide into the stretch. Dance for Jove emerging with the lead. Sacone has running room now. It is Dance for Jove by a head. Sacone right there. Quite a Story on the outside. Northwind Fury fourth. Inside the final furlong. And Sacone begins to roll. It's Sacone by a half length. Dance for Jove second. Quite a Story third. Coming down to the line. It's Sacone fighting on hard. Dance for Jove coming back. Photo finish.
First starter on the inside, Dance for Jove, responding to the left-handed whip from Julie Crone. Tries to come back on Sacone after that one has easily headed him. Now they're going to hit the wire together. It's going to be on the bob. It is a very tight picture. Let's look at it. The outside horse by a nostril, Sacone. Goslow stable, Alan Brodsky, Stanley Huff, Stanley the trainer, John Velasquez, 660, 390, 310. Dance for Joe, 440, 330, Quite a Story, 360. The 3-4, $34.80. We're going on to the fourth now. Now this is a sprint. It's for fillies and mares, 4 and up, claiming tags 50 down to 40. There is no favorite here, as you can see. Just look at that board.
And they're off. It's Only a Dream and Communicator Madam break sharply, so Cheerful's there in between horses. Down inside, Sadie's Glory, Show Snap on the far outside. Time to Cope moves through in between those two. Then Susan Valley, Pastel Parade, Z-rated at the back of the pack. Communicator Madam dashing clear by 2 as they race for the far turn. Then it's So Cheerful second on the inside. It's Only a Dream running in third. Down toward the inside, Sadie's Glory is fourth. Show Snap advancing while wide. The first quarter in 22 3/5 seconds. Susan Valley now, and Susan Valley beginning to hit her best stride. Circling horses in the far outside. Farther back, Time to Cope, Pastel Parade, and Z-rated. They're nearing the top of the stretch. So Cheerful has emerged with a short lead. Communicator Madam down inside. Show Snap on the outside. Sadie's Glory just in behind them, and Susan Valley in the clear and coming. They're coming down toward the final furlong. Show Snap on the outside. So Cheerful toward the inside. Those two slugging it out with Susan Valley bearing down, and they're coming to the final 16th. So Cheerful, dead game. So Cheerful holding on short lead. Show Snap there on the outside. Communicator Madam. And on the outside, Susan Valley. So Cheerful, a hard-earned decision, winning it by a length and a half.
These two fillies were 1-2 on May 1st, but So Cheerful was virtually ignored in the betting. At one time was 6-1. It's a rerun. They're coupled horses, but So Cheerful gets the money. And Mike Watchmaker, 3 out of 4 for Mike today. Hushin, Mike Hushin, Tom Trematola. Mike is the trainer. Frank Alvarado, So Cheerful. 11:45, 4:20. Mike gave you the exact at 2. Show Snap 4-3. Communicator Madam, that's the horse that was a non-starter last time. Happy to be starting today. 13.60 to show. The 6-1's 42.40. Quinella 1661, $21.80. And the pick 3 here, the old 936, $359. We're on to the 5th. This is a sprint. Fillies and mares, 3 and up. They are state breds. The favorite here is the number 3 Blue Sensation, Jorge Chavez.
And they're off. Special Merit gets out quickly. Down toward the inside, Cupid's Touch rushed up after the lead. Cupid's Touch and Special Merit going head-to-head early. Sent the Roses now moving up to be third. Then it's Darby fourth. Down on the inside, Blue Sensation moving up to be fifth. Sneezin' Season is sixth by 2.5. Jay Zeal is seventh. Ms. Brennan eighth. Blythe Smile ninth toward the inside. Pam's on her 10th. Loch Nessa 3 wide running 11th. 2 lengths back to Royal Watcher. A big break back to It's a Gherkin. 23 flat for the opening quarter around the far turn. And it's Special Merit with a narrow lead. Coming on through between horses, Darby. Down inside, Blue Sensation. Then running 4 wide, Sneezin' Season. Running 5 wide, Sent the Roses. Darby and Jay Zeal on the far outside. Off the turn and into the stretch. Special Merit short lead. Darby down inside. Sent the Roses is there. Pam's on her in a tight spot. Nowhere to run. On the far outside comes Jay Zeal and Loch Nessa. 100 yards from home. Special Merit 3-length lead. Loch Nessa coming fast. It's a Gherkin closing late, but it is Special Merit who wins by 2. Follow.
Handicappers are going to go crazy when they watch the rerun of this race on one of the horses, the one that finished fourth, the first two with Julie. But Special Merit, bet every time out, used to act up in the paddock, needed a bit of a rest, waits since February, takes the money again, and wins the race. Warren Pascuma, owner, trainer Robbie Davis up. Special Merit, it's Mike Watchmaker again. 730, 450, 370. Loch Nessa, 980, 790. His partner gave you that one. Darby, 740. The exact is 7.9, $56. Try 795, $768. A mile and a quarter over the inner turf. These are fillies and mares, 3 and up. Now one is a 2 other than. The favorites here, the number 4, Sisterella, the number 7, Francia.
And they're off, and down inside, Season's Cormorant. Sisterella's there. Soft spot toward the outside through the tulips. Making their way toward the first turn. And Sisterella is out to establish the early lead. Sisterella goes on with it now by 3. Season's Cormorant concedes the lead to run in second. Soft spot third. Stop and See Me down inside fourth. Then it's through the tulips, a break of 3 to Francia. All Glory will be the early trailer. Sisterella pumped up today and out there winging by 5. Ran a first quarter in 23 seconds flat. Sisterella leads the way. Jose Santos trying to throttle down her speed. Got a good hold of Sisterella. Nonetheless, she leads by a lengthy advantage. And then it's Season's Cormorant running second by 5, followed by Soft Spot third. Through the tulips on the outside is fourth. Then Stop and See Me down toward the rail in a big break. Back to Francia and the trailer All Glory. The opening half mile, 47 seconds flat. It's still Sisterella in control with 5 furlongs to go. Out there by 4.5 lengths. With Season's Cormorant tracking second by 5. Soft Spot is running third. Soft Spot third, but 10 lengths behind. Then through the tulips, advancing to fourth on the outside. Stop and See Me coming under a busy ride, but nonetheless losing ground. Francia at the back with All Glory. Midway around the far turn, 3 furlongs out, and it's still Sisterella. Sisterella by 5.5. Season's Cormorant second. Sisterella building an imposing lead as they turn for home. Season's Cormorant is under the whip. Running second. Soft Spot third. Through the tulips and Francia. Sisterella running a monstrous race here. She's opened up a 10-length lead with a furlong to run. Then Soft Spot followed by Francia on the outside. But it's going to be Sisterella who will win by about 50 yards here at the end. Sisterella goes wire to wire. The winning margin was almost 8 lengths.
His other mount was scratched, so Jose Santos had one mount today, Sisterella, and she just turns out to be a canter around a Belmont Park. Sisterella, not a big price, but Watchmaker, 5 for 6 now. Edward P. Evans, Mark Henning, and Jose Santos, 440, 230, 210. Francia gets second by default, 230, 210. Soft Spot 210, 47, 710. On to the 7th, they're going a mile. Fillies and mares 4 and up. Now winners the 3. Favorite here, the number 4, Blonde Actress with John Velasquez.
And they're off. Blind Trust comes out for the lead from the far outside. Uncharted Waters comes away second, and Skip One is away third toward the inside. The Fans Witness is rating at the back of the pack along with Blonde Actress. Up front, it's Blind Trust, a little tough to handle, racing well off the rail, coming through and down inside Uncharted Waters to get on even terms with Blind Trust. 2 lengths back to a stalking Skip One third, 2.5 back to Dauphin's Witness. Blonde Actress trails the field. She's about 7 lengths from front-running Uncharted Waters, who ran an opening quarter in 23 seconds flat. Blind Trust very sharp earlier, beginning to settle down now, running in second. Then Skip One third by 3, Blonde Actress. Dauphin's Witness still at the back. They're a half mile from home with an opening half mile in 46 seconds flat. Uncharted Waters in control, a length and a half. Blind Trust running second. Here's Skip One now, putting in her run, third on the outside. Blonde Actress on the far outside. It's 5 lengths back to Dauphin's Witness. They're approaching the top of the stretch. It's still Uncharted Waters in front. Blind Trust, Skip One, and Blonde Actress, those 4 heading for home together. At the top of the stretch, Uncharted Waters bracing for the challenges to come from Blind Trust. Here's Skip One on the far outside, Blonde Actress. 4 of them still in with a chance here. Skip One! Skip One gets to the lead just inside the 8th pole. Uncharted Waters second, Blonde Actress third. Blind Trust gives it up in the stretch. It's going to be Skip One, who scampers under the line, a length and a half clear of Uncharted Waters second.
She figured to be third choice in this race, but believe it or not, she opens 6-5. Goes off at 2-1. Seymour Cone, Red Terrell, and Jerry Bailey skip one. 660, 420, 240. Uncharted Waters, 780, 310. Blonde Actress, 230. The exacta 1-3, 35, 40, and we broke Watchmaker's streak. He didn't have this one. On to the 8th, a mile over the Widener turf course. Fillies and mares 4 and up at allowance conditions. Heavy favorite here. Number 4, Miss Union Avenue, Herb McCauley.
They're off. Great Triumph is away quickly. Down inside Princess Streak is there. There goes Miss Union Avenue moving on through. Shocking Pleasure off the pace in the early going. A break of 2.5 back to Darlin Danica, who's hard held, and down inside Tiffany's Taylor. Moving into the back stretch, Miss Union Avenue in front. Shocking Pleasure on the outside. Then it's Princess Streak toward the rail, followed by Great Triumph now back to 4th. Darlin Danica and Tiffany's Taylor, both unhurried, 5 lengths from the lead. The opening quarter was a sharp one, 22-3. Moving down the back stretch, the pacemaker is Miss Union Avenue. Miss Union Avenue out there by 2. Down inside Princess Streak, running along in second. Shocking Pleasure, rating just outside the lead, third by 3. And then Great Triumph was coming under a ride. Jorge Chavez wants her a lot closer. Down inside Tiffany's Taylor, 5 lengths from the lead as they move round the far turn. Darlin Danica trails. It's still Miss Union Avenue. Got a half in 45 1/5 seconds. Princess Streak down inside. Shocking Pleasure, Great Triumph. Tiffany's Taylor in behind horses. Nowhere to go at this point. Darlin Danica getting closer. Nearing the top of the stretch, it's still Miss Union Avenue in front. Miss Union Avenue heading for home with the lead. Princess Streak down inside. Shocking Pleasure weakening. Coming up the inside, Tiffany's Taylor as they come down to the last furlong. Miss Union Avenue trying to go it all the way on the lead. Tiffany's Taylor driving up the inside. Princess Streak on the outside, third. Down to the final 100 yards. Miss Union Avenue, wire to wire. Tiffany's.
She comes back for Stanley Huff, and she comes back with a vengeance. Nice effort by this very good turf filly. Triumvirate stable, Stanley Huff and Herb McCauley. 360, 240, 210. Tiffany's Taylor, 310, 230. Princess Streak, 250. 4-1, $8.30. Try 412, 22.60. Watchmaker didn't have that one either. But the pick 3, the old 414, $40.80. Pick 6, 1,900 or 16 winners, all of them off track, believe it or not. 6 of 6, $1,977. 5 of 6, $48. On to the 9th. They're going a mile and 16. These are 3 and up, state breds. Now winners of a race other than maiden claiming a starter. There is an even money favorite here. The number 2, Car Power, Jorge Chavez. And they're off. In
mid-pack, Cherub Buck, I Will Be King. A double cause coming on through. Car Power is down inside. Moving up the back stretch. And it's a double cause. Out to take the lead. I Will Be King gathered back to run in second. Car Power just off the lead on the inside. 2.5 lengths back to Cherub Buck running in fourth. Golden Axe is fifth by 2.5. Won't You Be My Neighbor is running sixth. That's the Real Cool Gang seventh. Personal Affairs eighth on the outside. Danzig's Pride, then Jilly Buttons. A big, big break back to Winfield DH and a double car. Those two really out of it. Moving down the backstretch after a quarter in 22 and 4/5 seconds. A lively pace set here by a double cause. The leader by 2 into the turn. I Will Be King up on the outside. Car Power still up close. Then it's a break of 4. Golden Axes are rallying fourth. Cherub Buck fifth. Down toward the inside. It's the Real Cool Gang sixth. Then it's Won't You Be My Neighbor. And another 6 lengths back to Danzig's Pride. Jilly Buttons is next as they near the top of the stretch. It's still a double cause. Free running on the lead and leads by 3 as they hit the top of the stretch. Car Power still chasing second. Golden Axe has rallied and is now third as the field turns for home. I Will Be King is tailed off into fourth. Then the Real Cool Gang and Jilly Buttons coming to mid-stretch. A double cause trying to hang on for another furlong. In between horses, Car Power on the outside. Golden Axe. Golden Axe, Car Power. Double cause now third. Car Power, Golden Axe. Noses up and down on the line.
Try and call this one. This is a very tight finish. That's the favorite in the middle. The number 2, Car Power. On the outside is Golden Axe. On the inside, Tiring, is a double cause. They are the 3 favorites. If Car Power wins, however, it is the chalk in the race. Catch the Bob. The Bob will go to the outside horse, the number 9, Golden Axe, by a nostril. John Barron, David Donk, Mike Luzzy. $14, $4.90, $3.50. Car Power, $2.90, $2.40. A double cause, $2.90. Talking Horses gave you the first 2, and Mike Watchmaker gave you the triple in the box. The 9-2s, $43.20. 4-9 doubles, $37.60. And the try, not too bad for the 3 chalks, $927, $120. Once again, we had a very nice day here. I hope the weatherman cooperates because there's still nothing is more fun than good turf racing. We got a lot of it coming up this holiday weekend. Remember, the holiday weekend technically begins tomorrow. You owe us at least 2 of the 3 days. Good night. May the horse be with you.